Assalamualaikum to my respected lecturer, Madam Shaira, and my fellow friends. I hope everyone is doing well. According to the questions given to us, which is what is an effective way to deal with the problem of rising temperature due to global warming? In my opinion, the most efficient method to solve this problem is ensure that more trees are planted. As we all know, more trees help to reduce rising temperature. Trees may absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the atmosphere through the natural process photosynthesis. Trees are the most important component of the ecosystem because they help to keep the climate and environment in balance. So my main point is that planting more trees is a good way to decrease rising temperature. For example, planting trees around cities is an effective way to reflect rising temperature. Trees also provide a shade and provide cooling effect. Furthermore, is the installations of green roof, which one of the most effective way to reduce the effect of rising temperature. Other than that, planting vegetations on a roof is known as green roofing. From this viewpoint, as city become more paved and less green, this will have an impact of rising temperature. And this problem may be seen as a result of rapid urban growth and industrial operation that wipe out tree and forests. So, in my opinion, I stand with my answer that planted more tree is effective way to solve this problem. That's all for me. Thank you.
You for the wonderful idea lecture, Madam Sahira and my fellow students. I hope everyone is doing well. According to the question given to us, what is an effective way to deal with the problem of rising temperatures due to global warming? In my view, imposing restriction on factories that pollute the air, in my opinion, is an efficient strategy to address the problem of rising temperature that can lead to global warming. For me, factories are one of the cause of air pollution. Most of the most of these plants are not limited in their ability to emit smoke without filtering in first. This pollute the atmosphere. Global warming will be exacerbated by such polluted air. Therefore, placing penalties on this industry need to be done, like imposing heavy penalties. This is a strategy to address this previous problem. For example, the Environment Department has found a plan RM 50,000 and sentenced it to 5 years in prison for polluting the environment. Furthermore, if the offense is committed more than twice, the environmental department will suspend the plan permit. Here we can see that one of the cause of global warming stems from factories emitting dirty smoke by themselves, regardless of environmental conditions. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, candidate two. Good morning to all my fellow candidates and examiners. Okay, let me ask you something. Is it educating the public about the how to reduce global warming is an effective way to dealing with the problems of rising temperature? For me, it is very precisely and correct answer. As we know, the government and the NGO have organized many kinds of campaign on the global warming. The effect from this action is the society will get aware about these problems and try their best to overcome it. Um, It will be leading to other positive action, which is they will realize that open burning or uncontrollable logging will increase the ambience of the temperature. Sometimes we also expose to this issue through through pamphlets that have been given by the NGOs or the government parties to educate us as a society about this matter. Either our action will bring good or bad consequence for the environment. How about you, candidate 4? Do you have a better solution about this matter?
Good morning to dearest examiner and candidates. In my opinion, it is true that by allocating funds for more research on global warming is the most effective method to handle rising world temperature. Firstly, I will state how much money that we need to reduce global warming. Mm, Study proof that over the years 2019 and 2020, global climate investment average was 632 billion US dollar per year, accounting for 15% of the 4.13 trillion US dollar um, target. Okay, through investing on alternative energies such as solar and wind power, we can replace fossil fuels, which can save our world from global warming. In addition, we can also use hybrid vehicles, power our home with renewable energy, or buy better bulbs for our home, and so on, to prevent global warming. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, to
So here I don't really agree with candidate D that allocate fund for more research and global warming is effective way because the method is not easier to collect the fund and might take a long time. How about you, candidate B?
Okay, thank you to candidate A. In fact, I do not agree very much with your opinion because for me, replanting the tree is not a step that take a very short time to reduce the problem of global warming. This is because the tree will take a long time to grow and will slow down to radiation process. So for me, the appro- appropriate step is to punish the factories that made the pollution. This step is the fastest step to tackle the problem of global warming. What about the opinions candidate C?
okay, thank you, candidate B. Unfortunately, from my point of view, and based on my own experience, the point that comes from you, which is candidate B, is not very legit and suitable choice to dealing about this issue. It is because nowadays the fine or penalty that given by the authorities to the responsible company are very low, and this is not going to end this problem. And on from my point of view too, we are very exposed about this matter since from school and university. For example, co-curriculum. Based on the co-curriculum activities in the school, either high school or primary, actually talk and educate their students about this by forming a club, such as a nature club or a recycling club. While at a certain university, they got a course about the environmental sustainability, which is indirectly discuss about these problems. What say you, candidate D? Will you agree with my point or disagree with it?
Yes, I agree with your argument over candidate B. But sorry to say, I am kinda against with your point. One reason why I'm against candidate C is I don't think it's easy to educate people about global warming through public. We all know that not all people is willing to hear to public talk. Let me give you a clear example. Do you always see that people are willing to come to any public talk that held by any NGO? Of course not. Unless they give them any goodies or free stuff. People will still choose to go to any public concert, um, which held by famous artists rather than go to any public talks about factual things. What say you, candidate A?
From all answer that we hear today, I agree completely with candidate B answer that penalize factories that contribute to air pollution is effective way to solve this problem. How about the other candidates?
Yes, I agree with that point too. How about the other candidate?
Yes, I agree that this statement. How about candidate C?
Yes, I agree with that point. Thank you.